Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever it is, thank God it's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. My fans are out there, especially in Ghana. Today, we are finally burying the dead. Yes, the 8 gallant men that were crashed in the helicopter incident last week. The 2 Muslims were buried a few days back. Now today, the final burial of the last 6 is taking place right now in the capital of Ghana, Accra, at the Independence Square. Well, our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family and the entire nation Ghana right now as they mourn the final burial ceremony in Accra, Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, but well, it is Friday and the first weekend of the Premier League season. Wherever you are, the Premier League is about to kick-start. On Sunday, Chelsea are facing Crystal Palace. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be tough. Looking at the game Crystal Palace played. Yes. Is it Crystal Palace? Yeah, looking at the game Crystal Palace played. Liverpool, yes, against Liverpool. Community Shield Cup. Sorry for that. Community Shield Cup. You see, I know they'll give Chelsea a tough match. But listen, Chelsea are prepared. And I'll get to what our coach has to say in a few minutes. So don't go anywhere. Within the next 7 minutes, I'm out of this place. Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, plus recruitment chief Joe Shield and Sam Joel, have signed contract extensions that commit them to the club for the next 6 years. Our sporting directors, they also renewed their contract with the club. Listen, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, plus recruitment chiefs Joe Shield and Sam Joel, have signed a contract extension that commit them to the club for the next 6 years. Ladies and gentlemen, these are guys that a year ago, some of us, we don't believe in them. We don't trust the work we're doing. We're calling for them to be sacked. Today, just like our head coach, Enzo MARESCA, we changed our mind about them. We say, oh, now they are doing a good job with the current signing that they have done. And the way they collapsed the team was, from the end of last season till now, we have changed our mind towards them. So they are doing a great job. Now, the ownership has given them a new, fresh contract that will commit them to the club until the next 6 years. Any new contract comes with increase in wages, right? It comes with increase in wages. But you see, there are many out there that still have doubt on this Chelsea squad. Especially some of these pundits. And let me quickly go over some of the things they have been saying. Their predictions and things they've been saying about this Chelsea football club. When they know very well that we are even better than their so-called club, Liverpool and Arsenal and Man United, when they know, deep down their hearts. Listen, Paul Merson predicted Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, and this is what he said. He said, Palace were incredible when they came from 2-0 down to win the Community Shield against Liverpool on penalties. I think this is a hard game for Chelsea, and purely as a fan, I'm wishing they win 2-1. In reality, this could be a draw. But I genuinely hope I'm wrong. Well, he did not say anything wrong. Just looking at Crystal Palace performances, he believed that it could be a draw. At least he did not go after Chelsea in a way Gary Neville always does. Now listen to Gary Neville. Gary Neville tells Man United to focus on competing for 5th or 6th position with Aston Villa, Newcastle and Spurs. Do you think Gary Neville is being realistic? A team that ended the season on the 16th position or 17th position or 15th, right? Now he believed that they can end the season on 6th position. He said they should focus on being on 5th, 6th, and drag it with Aston Villa, Newcastle and Spurs. He says, I think 5th or 6th is where you should be aiming for. I think you look at Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and City, and you think difficult. But you need to be looking to break into that Villa Newcastle Sports bracket. Last season, this same guy, Gary Neville, I remember very well. Chelsea ended the season before then on the 6th position, and he never gave us a dog chance by entering the top 4, top 5 position. Today, his club, his team, his club, Manchester United, that ended 15th. He believed Gary Neville sees United fighting for top 6 after finishing 15th, but could not rate Chelsea finishing top 6 after finishing 6th. You see the deepest hypocrites that we have in football. He could not see Chelsea last season finishing within that 6th position when he saw us finish 6th the previous season. Well, I wish them great success this season. And I know at least they will be fighting for 9th, 10th, 11th, at least 3 points above where they ended last season. That is my wish for them. Gary Neville, this guy, they think they don't belong to Chelsea. It's like they try to write down everything about Chelsea every time. What is their problem? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to some transfer news before I go to what our head coach had to say this morning. Manchester United keep working on Carlos Baleba's deal. Sales. They have to sell Ganacho, they have to sell Anthony, and they have to sell Sancho. Then only they could secure the deal for Carlos Baleba. Baleba, we understand. Brighton is still dragging it. They are around £95 million. So they will need to make sales. Initial approach to discuss with Brighton ready. Deal difficult. Brighton FC want to keep the player plus eventually sell him in 2026. Carlos is keen on the move when the club really want to keep him, but the player is keen on the move. Listen, in a world where Manchester United are about to pay 100 million, if not more, for an average Baleba, Chelsea, we got Esugo. We got Esugo for 15 million. And I don't see, this is Esugo, this is Baleba. I will not compare Baleba with even Caicedo. It's nowhere near Caicedo to me yet. This is Esugo, this is Baleba. And we got him for 15 million. United are going to be paying 100 million plus, or let's say 95 million plus for Baleba. Ladies and gentlemen, Chelsea will make 9.4 million. No, this calculation will be wrong. 9.4 million as 25% sell-on fee for Omari Hutchinson if he complete a deal of 37.5 million move from Ipswich to Nottingham Forest. No. We sold him 20 million. And we had a sell-on clause of 25%. So if they are selling him now at 37.5, we are only to make the 25% on a profit. So on a profit, that simply means that Chelsea technically will make about £4.25 million. Yes. From the sale of Omari Hudson to Forest, Nottingham Forest. If the deal should go through, the Chelsea will not make 9.4. Because we are only making profit, we are only making 25% on a profit. Now, this is because we signed him, Arsenal signed him from us. We signed him from Arsenal for free, right? And then we sold him for 20 million. We sold him for 20 million. And they are now, if they are now selling him for 37 million, 37.5. So the profit on it is 24 million. 24 million, and Chelsea have 25%. That is 4.25 million. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the amount Chelsea will make. We are still making money outside it, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, quickly. Talks in the background between Chelsea and Manchester United are well underway for Alejandro Ganacho. Breaking news. Like I said to you 2 days ago, Ganacho deal is very possible, very likely to go through before Xavi Simeone. I don't want to talk about Xavi Simeone again, but Ganacho deal is close. It's very close now. Chelsea have an agreement with Ganacho, and behind the scenes, the Ganacho deal is very, very advanced, according to Fabrizio Romano. and very, very active, according to Fabrizio Romano. Manchester United are prepared to sell Ganacho on a permanent transfer. And like I told you, United will have to sell in order to buy Beleba. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Xavi Simeon is waiting also on Chelsea, but Chelsea must sell Nkunku. So that deal is on hold. I mean, I would like to say it's on hold. It's active, but there's no movement yet. Unlike Ganacho deal, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone thinks Chelsea are going to finish fourth based on their predictions in the league in the upcoming season, which is a safe prediction to make. But I personally, like I said yesterday, I feel we are going to be first on the league table. This is my bold prediction. I said it yesterday. I feel we are going to be first on the league table. Worst case scenario, second. We were much worse last season and we finished fourth. Even though beginning of the season we were in the title race, we will do better than that this season. And I see Chelsea winning the league title. Why do you think Chelsea are going to be ending the season? Ladies and gentlemen, later today it is expected that Chelsea are likely to announce our front of shirt sponsor. So far there are about four companies, including some airlines, Air Riyadh and Co. They are all still in the race. Now it's more like a competitive bidding for whoever that will become Chelsea's front of shirt sponsor in the coming season. The announcement could be made today or any day, any time. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. Chelsea have now completed agreement with Makukrela over a new deal. Makukrela, the player that 3 seasons ago Chelsea fans want him sold, has become the best left back in the world, and we are now just about to renew his contract his contract has been renewed with a huge, remember he signed a deal with Chelsea he's on 175 million pounds a week, 175,000 pounds a week. Right now he's on 175,000 pounds a week, and we have a performance-based increment. So right now Kukurea should be around 200,000 or 200,000 plus per week. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a good deal for him. Good deal for him. Now let's get to what Maresca has to say. Yeah, then we move on. Kukurea signed proud to the directors on 175k a week. Excellent performance led to renewal of his contract at age 27. Now, what that tells us that you should debunk the myth they will sell everyone in their prime. No. It didn't happen to Kukurea. Maresca speaking this morning, he pointed out 2 things, and quickly before I go, 2 things. Levi Colwill is out for this season. I mean, maybe the first part for the next 6 months, Levi Colwill will be out from the club, from the team, with ACL injury. And Maresca speaking this morning ahead of our game against Crystal Palace on Sunday. This is what he said. We are trying to find solutions internally. The club knows exactly what I think. I think we need a central defender. When we build with Levi in the middle. I'm quoting Enzo Maresca. He said, when we build, in quotes, when we build with Levi in the middle. It's different than the left side. Levi is out. The only one who can do that job well is Tosin. Hato is a new one. He never played as the guy in the middle last season. Central defender, yes, but it's different. Also, we have players that unfortunately have some problems. And this is the reason why I said the club knows exactly what I think about central defenders. Now, sometimes when Maresca speaks, you think he's complicating issues. You need a central defender. We agree. We also know that there are some guys in the club right now, including Hato, as he mentioned. Yes, but Hato has not played in that position for Chelsea. And he said that when we are building from behind, we normally build through Levi Colwill from behind, through the middle. Hato has not done that for Chelsea before. He was not here last season. And he said the only player that is close to doing that or that can equally do that is Tosin. Tosin can do that. Now, if Tosin can do that, then whilst Tosin is doing it, Hacho can learn from Tosin. That is my understanding. But he is trying to send a signal that the owners know he needs another central defender. That they should go to the market and buy him another central defender. My question is, the new central defender they'll buy and bring in, he will also have to learn like Hacho have to learn to play from the center of the midfield. I hope you get my point there. The new central defender that they will have to buy again will also have to learn the same thing. Listen, Maresca said Benoit and Romeo are in the process to come back. Trevor is okay. Fofana could be available for Sunday game. He said we will see. Benoit is also another central defender. He is available. He said they are in the process. He's in the process to come back. So anytime soon he'll be back. Now, if we have Benoit, we have Tosin, we have Hacho, we have Trevor. These are all central defenders. 4. These are all central defenders. 4. And Tosin can play that role for Levaikova. What is there is that you have to try and help Hacho to adapt to that role. Otherwise, even if we are to go in for it, unless you are seeing another defender somewhere that you think has already been playing that role from in another team somewhere, unless Maresca wants to convince me to believe that. Because I fail to understand why Enzo Maresca is so keen on another central half. I fail to understand it. I don't get it. Unless there is something we are not being told about the state of Wesley Fofana, who is another one. Because he said Fofana is also coming back. And Benoit Badishile, Tosin, Trevor Chalobah, and above all, we even have a champion from the academy. Then we have Hato. Ladies and gentlemen, let us not talk about the talented academy players. I don't get it. Maresca will have to come again to explain. On that note, it is Chelsea versus Crystal Palace on Sunday. I'll be back in the coming hours with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.